going to pick up with our discussion. Louis, you have a follow-up question?
I want to ask you guys, how would your parents react, or what are your parents' views on you dating outside of your race?
Man. This is so funny because we were just talking about it last week, me, my mom and dad, and my grandmother. My mom and dad now, they're not really gonna hold against me, like they won't really mind. But my grandmother, she said she gonna take off that belt, dog, for real, man. It's like, what? Who you going with? I'm like, hey, ma, you know, grandma. But like, for real. But my grandmother, she's so strong because she's saying this because there's so many black women these days. I need to go out with. Why do I really need to step out?
You need to go out with.
Well, you know what I'm saying.
You need to go out with.
I should really.
Do you think that's based on her life experience?
I think
on the area or time that she grew up in?
The era.
Yeah, I think so. That's why. But
my mother doesn't care. She can help whoever. She will help whatever race. She has good heart. But she said I better not bring what she doesn't like home. She said I better not. It's being real serious. I honestly thought my mother was racist for a long time. But I'm telling you one thing. She gives me a reason. My mother gives me a reason of why. I mean, I'm not that kind of person. I'm not prejudiced against any other race. But my mother, that's a different story. You can't.
yeah, man.
Dang.
My parents, they don't care who I'm with. They say if whoever I fall in love with or want to be happy with, just as long as I'm happy, they're happy. So they don't care what race I bring home, just as long as I'm happy. They'll be happy for me.
Let me give you all signs on how to know when your parents, your parents don't like that race or whatever. When you're sitting up there talking to them, they either grab you, pinch you, or they'll intercept the conversation.
Yeah, we gotta go.
Yeah, they'll intercept the conversation, just like that.
Just like that.
One of my really close friends, she's white, and when she got asked to homecoming by a black boy, and her mom got so upset. Her mom flat out said, I'm not, like, it's not that I don't think he's a good boy, but I'm racist. Her mom flat out said it. And I was like,
God.
like when is that acceptable?
I said good for
At least she's honest.
At least she admitted it.
I think it's
Mom
good
has her boundaries.
that
That's
she
it, leave
admitted
her
it,
alone.
but I think that
That was
I don't know. I think he's a good person, and I don't think it should matter what's on the outside.
No,
It's like that whole
doesn't.
don't judge a book by its cover thing. Like, I know that's so cliche and so old, but like, I honestly think that he's such a good person, and he cared about her daughter so much. Like, he seriously cared about her.
I don't think anybody wants to keep going to a family reunion, though.
I don't know.
You're like,
I think my mom's fine with
look at those babies. I
me
like
going
their
out with
hair.
anybody. My mom's fine with me going out with anybody, and as long as they're really nice and I like them. Right.
She makes
Yeah, as
me
long as you're happy.
It's so pleasurable. You're like a bunny. You know that?
She's like a storybook. Irritating.
What he said.
You sound like a
She so happy. She makes me so happy. Okay, well, Pearl, I'm glad you do that for Joseph. He needs that. Joseph needs that. But I mean, to go out and today, do you think that mom would feel different if you perhaps became serious about the person? If she thought that it might be serious? Whatever that means in that household.
My mom does not care how serious it is. Either she accepts me or she doesn't. She doesn't care. It's just that simple. She does not care how serious it is.
Just don't bring it home.
Don't do it.
Okay, my grandmother was the same way.
Come around my mother, she will always have something to say. It's just that simple.
But see, my grandmother was very interesting because she was racist not only against any other color outside of the African American race, but you couldn't be too dark. And she would say,
Right.
I don't want all them black babies in here. They too damn dark. Ooh, darn. Beep it out. Beep it out. Keep on going. Beep it out. But that was Juanita. I told y'all to beep it out. Keep on going. I said, woo! Hey, keep it going. That's why I said don't stop.
To the gangster, dog.
Quiet, please. This is a great discussion, so I want to pick up just that response again. Okay? So who said that last line just before Tina spoke? No, just before you spoke. Who said it?
I think, yeah, it's me. Yeah, it's me.
So we're gonna shout at Joseph. Joseph, say something similar to what you said. This is gonna be a pickup.
Told y'all don't
Stand by.
stop.
And
Oh, I'm sorry. Yeah. Anyway, but yeah, my mother, she was very, she's very strong on well, I don't want to call my mother racist, but it's hard. I think she is. I don't know, but yeah. I don't know.
Well, I would say my grandmother was racist against not only the opposite, anything outside of African American race, but she's racist against anybody that's too dark. And she made sure everybody knew. Do not bring home any child that's too dark. And she would say, don't bring that darn black baby in here. I don't want that black baby. That baby too dark. Right, because she's looking at the next generation and how dark that generation is going to be. So in her mind, you know, you got to maintain a certain color. You start getting too dark, you're like falling over here. No, that's it.
But that was
Look,
like,
wasn't that because like
I'll tell you, that was my grandmother. Now my mother is not as harsh. You can be a little bit darker. But she's right there on the border too. Ooh, is right. She borderline. Oh, let me tell you, she borderline.
But that's probably because that's what your grandmother.
Right.
Instilled
Exactly.
in
That's why I said that.
Okay.
My grandmother was this way, so it's not shocking that my mother's this way.
Right.
Now, what is the probability? How far along am I?
Right. True.
That's good.
How far along am I?
We don't know how far.
I don't know. I don't have no
Getting
kids.
better?
I don't know. I don't know how far along I am. I don't know.
Isn't there even a sorority where is it like the AKAs? They were like the pretty girl, the light-skinned girls.
Right.
And the
Something
Deltas
like
is
Something like
supposed to be
that.
dark.
Used to be,
Because
but
they're
now
like
it's kinda
dark
changed.
skin. But it's
is that
changed. But
Okay.
That's
I
what-
don't want to put that on them if it doesn't still hold true. Okay. Let's go around, just grab closing comments about racism, and we're going to go ahead on and close out the show. If you got anything encouraging to say? Nothing.
I think I got some.
okay.
I got some top things you can do to fight racism. Okay. Number one, be honest. Recognize your feelings and through open discussion, like we're doing now. 2, be secure about who you are. Have pride in yourself. Know your group identity. Have a sense of your background. 3, be a partner. Don't be afraid to work in a group with others who are different from you. Number 4, educate yourself about other races. Read up on them, research on them, you know. Number 5, be a role model. If you see something going wrong that you know racism is going on, stand up for it. Voice your opinion. Be vocal about it. And be a member and support anti-racist groups.
Those are good.
I think that does it all right there. I think that about wraps it up.
that was
Louis,
our
I think you
closing
did a
comment.
very good job. You know, you just earned your stay. See you again on another different
Not earned my stay.